Yes, people, welcome back to the 1994 podcast channel. I'm Hugh and I've got Dara here with me as usual for a Liverpool preview. Obviously a massive game in terms of the title race. I still personally feel Liverpool are our only challengers for the league. So we got an opposition fan on today, the first ever of the channel. Joe, try to get a round of applause off that, please, when you're editing it. Cillian is the opposition today, the opposition for us to talk to. He's going to give us his thoughts on the game. And yeah, we'll have a look into it, see how it's going to go. Cillian, how are you, mate?
I'm good. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me on, boys.
No problem at all. I want to start off by asking a little bit about Liverpool recently. They're obviously in a bit of a dip in form. A couple of points dropped that they wouldn't have maybe dropped in the past two seasons. What are your thoughts on that? How's that happened? Because I wasn't expecting this to happen at this stage of the season anyway.
No, definitely. I'm the last person on the planet that would have seen it coming. I think it's just we've gotten a bit complacent, really. And losing our defence has been a shambles all season. But I think you can't put it down to one thing. I just think the mentality, the hunger is nearly gone. It's like you have Andy Robertson saying, "Oh, we're not going to win the title anymore" and stuff like that. To hear a player like him say that shows that there's obviously something internally gone wrong as well. Losing Van Dijk, Gomez, and Matip was a big blow. And being so reliant on Salah to score goals as well, I think that's taking a toll on us now.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed myself whenever I try not to watch them because I feel whenever I watch Liverpool, they drop points, and whenever I don't watch Liverpool, they drop points, and whenever I do watch them, they win nice and comfortably. So I refuse to watch them. Dara gives me the updates. I've noticed, what I was saying was when Mo Salah's in a dip in form, they don't get the goals. Would you agree with me on that?
Yeah, see, it's Mane or Salah, I think, but as much as everybody praises and loves Bobby Firmino, he isn't doing the job as much anymore. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of just, we're relying on Salah. I think we're missing the likes of Jota there, and Divock Origi just hasn't turned up at all. So, just, can't even explain how...
You signed two, sorry, coach, you signed two centre-backs there on deadline day. I don't know anything about them, to be honest. I've never heard anything about them. What are you expecting them to play?
I would really like to see Kabak start with Fabinho in defence. I think that would give us a fighting chance against us. But Davies, I don't think he's up to standard yet to play Premier League football. I've been reading up on him and watching him. He doesn't look like
he was
to be as good as he's being made out to be now.
I know Dara's keen to ask you questions. Dara, you far away there. No,
I'll go on to the match. What do you think would be the key matchup?
I think Trent and Sterling, because we already know how weak Trent is defensively, and his attacking is so inconsistent. Like you see him against Brighton, he barely gets a solid ball in, and then against West Ham, he's playing in beautiful ball. So I think whether Sterling can capitalise on Trent's weak defence ability, really will turn the tide of the game for you.
Do you think? Are you of the opinion? Because I know a lot of us are. Do you think that the game, I know you said it was between the wingers and the fullbacks, do you think the game could be won and lost in the midfield?
Yes. So I think Hughes will dominate us if Jordan Henderson doesn't step up out of
that's what I was
out of the centre back position, because we've been atrocious. It's like everybody just expects Thiago to make something out of thin air. Like they pass him the ball and then he holds the ball for 5 minutes. He passes it out to the wings. Then it comes back into him. Then he passes it out. Shaqiri has played a nice few balls through the midfield, but he's not built to be a midfield player. He's a winger at heart. But I think, that's definitely...
You said Jordan Henderson. Obviously, I think everyone agrees he's been brilliant at the back. But I think, now you've said it, I definitely agree with missing his influence in midfield. His leadership will be heard more. I think definitely, obviously being in the middle of the field, his leadership will be more influential coming from there. And that's been a big failure. But I think if you have your players back, obviously it'll be definitely more of a game if you have your players back, which I'm sure Klopp said they're training. So, hopefully for you, they'll be back. Maybe not so much for us.
Yeah, definitely. I think what our problem has been, especially with losing players, is that the lower teams like Brighton and Burnley are able to sit back. They're able to take on the lads up front, because when they're coming into the likes of Dunk and White, these big lads, these big defenders like your Diaz and Stones, you know what I mean? Like they can do all they want, but when there's not like a Jordan or a Fabinho that's putting pressure on them as well, or even a Van Dijk or a Gomez on a corner, someone that's tall and physically like that can power through them.
Yeah.
I think that kind of just depletes us as a team. So if Henderson can step up in the midfield with his leadership, his communication, and his just physical presence as well, it'll just completely change the game.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I think you've given us good insight on that. Anyway, I'll
jump in.
Yeah, you go. I didn't know how to introduce you.
No, I just want to ask Cillian a bit of a question because we haven't beaten Liverpool at Anfield in it must be coming up to 20 years now. Nicholas and Elka scored
18,
the winner.
wasn't it? 18 years, I think it is.
Something like that. And Elka scored the winner last time we were there. But I personally feel now as a City fan, this is the most confident I have in my lifetime ever been going to Anfield. You know, it's a depleted Liverpool team. We're on a massive run at the moment. We've got great confidence in our defence and our midfield. The creativity is there, even though Kevin De Bruyne is injured. We've seen that from multiple players. Cillian, is this possibly in Klopp's era the most nervous you've been about City coming? Because since Klopp's era and Pep's clash have begun, I've always thought Liverpool had that edge at Anfield because the atmosphere, and I don't know, they just seem to be able to get it up. What are your thoughts about that? Because it's obviously something we're talking about.
This is the most worried I've ever been about a match ever. Like if you
Really?
even bring in the Barcelona 100%, this can change our league, our season completely. Like we're going to go from being in the title chase to fighting to get top four. If we lose this, I think City have the league. There's no question about it. I think he is around flying form. He has had 13 consecutive wins across all competitions. And we're after losing 2 at home for the first time since 2012. We haven't lost 2 games at home in a row, which was the Arsenal and then Man United. And this City team is 10 times the team than any. Personally, I think than any City team we've seen. I think he's
like
especially without De Bruyne. Like I think your 2 centre halves have been playing unbelievable the last while, just out in this world.
Yeah. So I'll give this last question to you. Do you think you said the league is gone? You think it's 100% gone if you lose?
If we lose the Euros, I don't see Liverpool coming back. I know we get Jota back we're due to get him back for the 28th. Hopefully, be back in action, but I don't see us catching you with your game in hand as well. I definitely don't see
10
it.
points.
I feel like
if we win and then win the game in hand, it'll be 10 points, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But if we can overturn you, so I think that will put Pep in a very, very, very difficult position.
Yeah. I'd agree with that 100%.
Just as a bit more humorous sort of question, what does bother you more? I know the City-Liverpool rivalry, we do call it a rivalry because, to be honest, I do view it as a rivalry. What does bother you? What does bother you more? The idea of Man United winning another title or Manchester City? I think that's a pretty straightforward question.
Yeah.
And answer.
I'd pick up the Premier League trophy and hand it to Pep Guardiola rather than seeing Man United lift that trophy. I would personally walk through the Etihad and present it to them. I would not care.
And you know what? I'd be the exact same. I'd be the other way. I'd walk through Anfield and hand you the trophy.
No way. All respect to Man City. It's not like you don't deserve to be where you are. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of just at that level up.
Yeah, it's going to be a cracking game on Sunday. These games are always fantastic. Fans and no fans. It's the 2 best teams in the league, in my opinion. United can beat Southampton 9-0 all they want, but the best 2 footballing teams are City and Liverpool, so it's going to be a cracking game. Just before we finish up, though, I want to get everyone's match predictions. I'm going to go with a 3-1 City. It's going to be reverse of last year's Anfield fixture. I do think we will concede, unfortunately, because I think Liverpool's attack is just too strong, and we're due to concede at some stage. So I think I'm going to put Salah down to score, and I don't know who'll score for City. There's so many options. 3-1 for me. Dara, what do you reckon?
I'm going to keep the clean sheet. I'm going to go 2-0 City.
Cillian, what do you reckon, mate?
Obviously, I have to stick with Liverpool. So I think it would be lots of goals. I reckon it would be 3-2 to Liverpool. And I'm just praying that will come true.
I mean,
I admire your confidence. Anyways, we're going to wrap up the video there. Do subscribe. Massive thanks to Cillian coming on. It's obviously not an easy thing to do to come on to an opposition fans channel. We'll leave his links to his socials in the description down below. And leave a like, leave a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.